Good morning, America. Live from the west end of the big city of Portland, Maine. This is Frank Margel, November 10th. Toe Tapping Tuesday here in the big city of Portland, Maine. On this chilly fall day. It is currently about 35 degrees in partial sun. It's a bit cloudy. I'll show you where we are at here on the western end of Portland, also known as the Western Promenade, the west end. It is nice to be out and about with you today. We had frost on the ground here in coastal southern Maine, Maine's largest city. Northern New England, southern coastal Maine. And you can see we got a bit of sunshine. It's hazy and humid out. I'll give you a little bit of a weather forecast from the National Weather Service. We may have some wind out of the northwest, blowing about 3 miles per hour right now. There's no wind at all. Could make it into the 50s today. Let's hope so. And the visibility, as you can see right now, is really great. We're looking at 10 miles, but that is diminishing as the humidity begins to roll in. Now, what's going to happen is we're probably going to get some rain this evening, according to the National Weather forecast, and rain tomorrow on Wednesday and Thursday. But we'll see. And if it's raining, I'm probably not going to be able to get out and about and do too much videoing, but we'll see. Nonetheless, I'll keep you posted. Look, this is a freelance video. I'm not a paid representative. I'm not affiliated with any of the businesses you may see in the video. I would enjoy a comment from you. You can send it to Frank Margel at YouTube.com. I post on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. I call it the Big Four. Yeah, this is also a WYSIWYG. You know, what on earth is that? A WYSIWYG is what you see is what you get here on the west end of the promenade here in Portland, Maine, November 10th. Yeah, well, I'm hoping that it'll get up into the 50s today, but right now it's cold. But it's nice to be out and about, and what a spectacular view we have here of the Mercy Four River campus right down there, a hospital. And then as we pan to the right here, you see parts of the Maine Medical Center campus right over there. I wanted to get back into a little more political commentary regarding minimum wage here in the big city of Portland, Maine, and Maine as well. So send me a comment if I strike a chord with you. Once again, it's a freelance video. Go right ahead and send me a comment at Frank Margel at youtube.com. I'd love to hear from you. And let's get into a little bit more discussion of minimum wage here in the big city of Portland, Maine, and the state of Maine. So here we go. The state of Maine has a minimum wage of $7.50 an hour currently. And there are some articles and facts relating to how many folks in Maine actually earn a minimum wage. And there is some speculation that it's approximately 20,000 people in Maine currently are at $7.50 an hour. Of course, nobody has actually nailed this down, or I haven't come across any specific information that gives an exact number. So I'm going off of what is in the City Hall archives of Portland, Maine as of July 1st, 2015. And I'd like to read that statement to you. It's you can find this proposed amendment to the minimum wage here in Portland, Maine by going to the City of Portland and going into the city archives. It's simple. You just look for order 297-14/15, and you'll see pages as amended, 5-3, Mavadones, Brenneman, Suslovic, on 7/6/2015, effective 1/1/2016. We are talking mandatory minimum wage in Portland, Maine, of $10.10 an hour, taking effect January 1st, 2016. So check your facts, do a little bit of research. You can take my word for it. Maybe you give a rat's, maybe you don't, maybe you care, maybe you don't. It's okay. You can always send me a comment regarding the weather, because I went over a little bit of that with you this morning today. So let's get into some discussion here. I was commenting on the proposed fact. It doesn't really nail it down, but I'm reading on page 2 of the proposed amendments to order 297-14/15 of the Portland, Maine City Archives, dated 7/6/2015. So we're on page 2, and I want to read down 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. And pardon me, I'm not the greatest reader in the world, but here we go. It's very brief, and I'd like to read this to you. Here we go. Whereas an estimated 20,000 workers in the state of Maine work for minimum wage, and a substantial number of them are among the city of Portland's more than 65,000 wage and salary earners. Semicolon, and then it goes and then there's more paragraphs. I might be able to get into another paragraph or two, but I wanted to address that paragraph, that sentence. This became law and will become effective January 1st, but an estimated 20,000 workers in the state of Maine work for minimum wage, which is $7.50 an hour. And a substantial number of them are among the city of Portland's more than 65,000 wage and salary earners. Well, what are the rest of the people making? And is there, was it necessary to exclude that information in these proposed amendments? You know, the big question here is these proposed amendments pretend to do a lot of work and put out a lot of numbers and figures, but as I look it over, very few of these statements actually are based on facts. And I was talking about this yesterday at Back Bay. These proposed amendments are not fact-worthy. And the more I research and look into what the city of Portland has done by virtue of these proposed amendments, passing them into law and making it effective on January 1, 2016, I find that it should be repealed, or there should be a fact-checker. This looks like a campaign slogan that was passed into law, and it's frightening when you look at it. Because it is without facts. And that's my humble opinion. You may have your own opinion, you may have some facts. Go ahead and send them to me and share them. But this is not fact-based. Again, I'll read it. An estimated 20,000 workers in the state of Maine work for minimum wage, and a substantial number of them are among the city of Portland's more than 65,000 wage and salary earners. Those are not facts. Where are the facts to back this up? I'm going to tell you right now, there aren't any that I can see. But perhaps as I do more research, we can look over this. If you have some facts, please send them. I would like to do a little more reading here and move on. to another fascinating aspect of page 2 and another paragraph or sentence. So we're going to stay on page 2, and I want to move down from mandatory minimum wage set by the state at $7.50 an hour, and now proposed by Portland as of January 1st, 2016 to be $10.10 an hour. We're still on that topic, but let's go down a few paragraphs and look at what they propose is a housing crisis in the big city of Portland, Maine, as of July 6, 2015. So I'm seven sentences down, or 7 paragraphs, mind you, and let's read this. Bear with me. Here we go. Whereas rising housing costs, including an increase in the median home price from $125,200 in 2000 to $238,400 in 2012, are pushing low-wage workers out of the city. Okay, we are in 2015 when these proposed amendments were passed into law. So let me read that to you again. Whereas rising housing costs, including an increase in the median home price from $125,200 in 2000 to $238,400 in 2012, are pushing low-wage workers out of the city. Now let's go down another paragraph regarding housing. And this will be our last one. And here we go. Whereas the fair market rent in the Portland area for a 2-bedroom apartment is $1,012, and a full-time worker job would have to earn at least $19.46 per hour to afford that rent. So why didn't you just raise the minimum wage to $19.46 per hour? Does that make any sense to you? What is suggested here in these proposed amendments that were passed into law? What is suggested here is not based on facts. There's no study. These paragraphs and these statements do not point to facts. They point to supposition. And they also point to opposition to the state minimum wage of $7.50 an hour. So Portland's going to go ahead and raise the minimum wage here in the big city of southern Maine, Portland, Maine, Maine's largest city, to $10.10 an hour on January 1st, 2016. And there seems to be plenty of opinion and controversy regarding this, but little facts. And facts go a long ways. How this passed in the big city of Portland, Maine, is quite clear to me, and I'll give you a bit of my humble opinion regarding this. Portland, Maine is a liberal city. It is the largest liberal city in Maine, and it's the liberals here that dictate the jobs, for the most part, the industry, all your public services, your schools, the universities. This is a liberal established city. And these laws that they're passing are liberal policy, but they are not based on facts. So it is the liberals that have caused this problem to begin with, and now act as a nation unto themselves and demand that the state and the rest of the United States of America follow suit and just raise everybody's minimum wage to $10.10 an hour. I find it absurd. However, that's my opinion, and perhaps you have your own opinion. Let's move on a little bit more from that to some speculation that come November 2016 election day, November 2016, there will be a ballot that will raise the state minimum wage to $12 an hour. And there will be a push by career politicians and party gurus to make this so. I'll try to keep you posted on that. If in fact the state of Maine's minimum wage jumps to $12 an hour by ballot, then for the most part this law becomes redundant and will have to be repealed or reformed. We'll see. So Maine could be looking at a ballot question here in November, which is about a year, less than a year away, moving the minimum wage from $7.50 an hour to $12 an hour. However, Portland found it in its discretion, whether wise or not, whether based on facts or not, to jump it to $10.10 an hour as of January 1st. So that's been our discussion. I really enjoy spending some time with you out here at the West End talking minimum wage. What a fascinating topic. Go ahead and send me a comment at frankmargel@youtube.com. I'd love to hear from you. Send me a comment. Hopefully it's noteworthy. Go ahead. It's Frank Margel once again at youtube.com. I post on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. You have a great Maine day, and I will keep you posted. Take care, and thanks for clicking on my videos and sending me comments when you can. I appreciate it. You have a great Maine day. This is Frank out at the West End of Portland, Maine, November 10th. Toe Tapping Tuesday, 2015. Take care and have a great Maine day.